You might think you're just having an ordinary conversation, but her body could be telling a completely different story. While you focus on what she says, hidden psychological forces may already be sending clear signals of interest she doesn't even realize she's giving off. Today, we're breaking down those silent signals, the ones her words may hide, but her behavior quietly reveals. Most men don't lose attraction because they say the wrong thing. They lose it because they fail to notice what's right in front of them. That changes right now. Attraction doesn't arrive with instructions. A woman rarely announces it out loud. Instead, she delivers it through a timeless, silent language that's been shaping human connection for thousands of years. This isn't about tricks or manipulation. This is about seeing the truth, understanding what her posture, her eyes, her movements, and her habits reveal, even when her words stay neutral. Desire is rarely loud. More often, it whispers. And because men aren't taught how to listen to these whispers, they confuse genuine interest with simple politeness. The opportunity passes, the connection fades, and she walks away believing her signals were unseen. Or worse, that you didn't care. But imagine if you could recognize this unspoken code. In this session, you're going to learn the 5 powerful hidden drivers that shape a woman's body language when attraction begins to take hold. These drivers come from deep instinct, from the subconscious mind, and from our shared biological history. And because they happen automatically, they offer the most honest clues to how she really feels. Once you can read them, uncertainty fades, confidence replaces guessing, and your reactions become calm, natural, and grounded. Let's begin with the first and most revealing one. 1. The silent welcome. The first hidden driver is what can be called the silent welcome. This is the moment her body quietly says, I feel safe here. I trust this space. You're allowed closer. You'll see it in her posture before you ever hear it in her voice. When attraction is present, her body opens. Her arms rest naturally at her sides. Her legs stay relaxed. Her shoulders drop. Her torso turns toward you instead of away. She may stand taller, subtly push her chest forward, or soften her stance. This isn't just confidence, it's ancient instinct. An open stance signals safety and acceptance. A closed posture is a shield. An open one invites approach. Studies have shown that open, expansive body positions make people appear more attractive and approachable across genders. When she slightly arches her back or shifts her weight to one side, it isn't random. Her instincts are highlighting traits tied to vitality and femininity that have been valued for generations. And this silent welcome doesn't only show in her body, it shows in the space she creates around herself. If she feels guarded, she'll keep barriers close. Her bag tight against her body, her drink held near her chest, objects placed between you. But as interest grows, those barriers quietly move. The bag slides to the side. The glass moves to the table. The space between you opens. These tiny shifts carry huge meaning. Picture this. You meet her while she's sitting tightly closed, bag on her lap, arms folded. As the conversation flows, her arms relax. Her body turns toward you. The bag slides away. No words are spoken, yet everything has changed. That's the silent welcome in action. The key isn't whether she's naturally outgoing or shy. The real signal is the change that happens specifically around you. That shift is your clue. 2. The thrill in her eyes. The second hidden driver is impossible to fake. The thrill in her eyes. The eyes are directly linked to the brain's excitement system. When someone feels drawn to another person, certain chemicals surge instantly. Dopamine and norepinephrine activate alertness, interest, and emotional arousal. One physical result of this is pupil expansion. She can control her smile, she can choose her words, but she cannot control her pupils. In steady lighting, if her pupils appear noticeably wider while she looks at you, Her nervous system is reacting. This alone doesn't prove everything. Fatigue, lighting, and emotional intensity can influence it too. But when it appears alongside other signs, it becomes powerful confirmation. The thrill also shows in how she holds eye contact, when she looks at you just a little longer than necessary, when she lets the gaze linger for an extra beat, when she meets your eyes, smiles softly, looks away, then returns again. That rhythm isn't accidental. It's a quiet invitation for emotional depth. This pattern may happen from across the room or right after a shared laugh. For one brief moment, humor fades, and her eyes lock into yours. That's not just reacting to a joke, that's connection forming. Many men later describe a sudden boost in confidence when they finally learn to recognize this signal. It feels like rediscovering a kind of energy they assumed time had stolen from them. 3. The automatic echo. The third driver is one of the strongest markers of genuine emotional alignment. It's called the automatic echo. This is when she unconsciously starts mirroring you. It isn't imitation, it's instinct. Her body begins to match your posture, your pace, your movements, sometimes even your tone and rhythm of speech. This happens because the brain naturally synchronizes with people it feels connected to. If you lean forward, she leans forward shortly after. If you take a slow sip, she does the same. If you rest your chin on your hand, she mirrors the gesture minutes later. Even your vocal tone may begin to align. This isn't politeness, it's subconscious bonding. The brain uses this synchronization to deepen emotional safety and connection. And once it starts, it tends to reinforce itself in a loop. More mirroring builds more comfort, and more comfort encourages more mirroring. A useful way to observe this is subtle. During a conversation, make a gentle shift in posture or touch your face lightly. Then wait. If she mirrors something similar shortly after, the automatic echo is active. This is one of the hardest signals to fake consistently, which makes it one of the most honest. 4. The openness cue. The fourth driver reveals itself through self-touch and subtle grooming behaviors. These gestures serve two functions at once. They help release nervous energy, and they quietly draw your attention to areas tied to attraction. One of the most common is neck and collarbone contact. When she tilts her head, exposing her neck or lightly touches that area, it signals vulnerability and trust. The neck is one of the most instinctively protected zones of the body. Showing it means she feels safe near you. Hair play is another classic sign. Twisting it, sweeping it aside, running fingers through the strands. Hair has long symbolized vitality and femininity. Highlighting it draws focus to her face and eyes. Then there are the lips, moistening them, pressing them together. A gentle bite. Excitement naturally dries the mouth, leading to lip movement. It increases shine and makes the lips appear fuller, subtly drawing your gaze. You may also notice her touching her hands, arms, or legs in light, rhythmic ways. This shows comfort with her own presence near you and a quiet openness to closeness. Context always matters. Any single gesture can have innocent reasons. But when multiple openness cues appear specifically when she's with you, especially alongside eye contact and mirroring, they form a powerful pattern. 5th, the closeness check. The final driver is the strongest of them all, the closeness check. This is where her body actively reduces distance and begins light contact. Everyone maintains a personal space boundary. Only those we trust are invited inside it. When she steps closer without needing a reason, her instincts are leading. She may lean in while you talk, not to hear you better, but simply to be nearer. In group settings, she consistently places herself near you. Even while facing others, her body angle drifts toward your position. Then comes the light contact. A brief tap during laughter, a gentle brush against your arm, fingers grazing yours in passing. These tiny, accidental touches are not accidents, they are probes. She's checking how you respond. Do you withdraw or remain steady? Each positive response builds comfort. Each moment of ease allows the next touch to last a little longer. A hand resting on your arm, a leg pressing lightly against yours. These are the strongest physical confirmations of attraction without words. Closeness and touch together form the clearest unspoken yes. The power of grouping. No single signal alone tells the whole story. Arms crossed could mean cold. A neck scratch could be an itch. One glance could be coincidence. The truth emerges through patterns: open posture, lingering eye contact, automatic mirroring, grooming gestures, reduced space, light touch. When 3, 4, or 5 of these appear together around you, the message is real. The goal isn't to analyze mechanically, it's to notice the overall shift in energy. Does she behave differently with you than with others? Do these signals activate only in your presence? If yes, trust what you're seeing. The 5 hidden drivers. To summarize: silent welcome. Her body opens and barriers fall away. Thrill in the eyes, her gaze and pupils reveal excitement. Automatic echo. Her movements begin to mirror yours. Openness. Cue, grooming and subtle self-touch draw attention. Closeness check. Distance shrinks and light contact begins. These aren't tricks. They are natural expressions of attraction rooted in human psychology and biology. Start observing these patterns in everyday life, in cafes, at events, in social spaces, at work. The more you practice noticing, the more instinctive it becomes. Many men find that simply learning this awareness restores confidence they thought had faded with age. When you can read attraction without guessing, your presence changes. You move calmer. You respond clearer. You stop chasing and start choosing. And that shift alone transforms how you connect. If this opened your eyes, support the channel and stay tuned for what comes next. Once you combine body cues with vocal tone and emotional rhythm, your understanding becomes complete. Tell me in the comments which signal you'll start watching first. What you now see, you can't unsee. And that awareness changes everything.